right, we finna try to get ready for the lecture. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm texting people. See, can you see live? Hey, see, you think you could go to the Fanatic page and see if you can see live? It say what? Okay, because it's probably not 9:30 yet. So at 9:30 it's gonna come on. All right. You heard two voices? Probably because the YouTube on? Huh? What's up? Okay. All right, so I'm finna get ready. We finna load up and do this whole hot lecture. Can you see? You probably can't see yet until 9:30, so I'm finna try to hurry up until 9:30. Only got 2 minutes. You can see me? Okay, good. Let me hurry up and get ready. Cause it's a few other people on it now too. All right, let me see. Okay, video. What's going on? Video. Okay, hold up. Let's see. All right, they're not trying to let me read. Okay, video. Camera. Video. Okay. I get it now. All right. We finna be ready, people, right in a minute. Let me see. Okay. What can I use? Let me see. Okay. Let's see if this shit can run real quick. All right. I don't know if the lecture's going. Shit. Okay, we should be live right now, and I'm finna get on everything. We finna load up everything. We finna make sure everything is right. Make sure I'm recording. Also, on the self-record, I'm gonna put my mic on, my headphones in. Make sure another camera is recording. So I have this. And if anybody can check this out, make sure y'all are trying to share at least the live. Make sure y'all can share at least the live. And I'm waiting till the camera load up. Alrighty, let's see if we can get this going right now. Alright. Let's go with it. All right. We up and running. All right. Okay, can you still see me? Okay, my bad. Okay, we up and running. Okay. All right. So this might be. Okay. All right, so they ain't gonna let me do it still. Okay, let's see if they're gonna let me do this. All right, man. All right, now if they don't let me do this, I'm just gonna go ahead and roll. If they don't let me keep rolling with it, let's see. All right, we're gonna see if they're gonna keep letting me roll with it on the other camera, so I can make sure I have this footage after I record. That's all. That's what I'm really trying to do. And then, alrighty. So, that shit. Let's make sure they ain't gonna let us. Yeah. All right. So usually I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't try to even mix this up. But the occult fanatic page is not allowing me to go live because that page haven't supposedly met the requirements to go live in so many words. So you won't be able to make a new page and go live. You get what I'm saying? So I took a hiatus off of doing lectures, even private lectures. But I take myself as a student, a teacher of frequency, energies, and metaphysics, occultism, esoteric, and gnostics, or the gnostic text or gnosticism. You hear me? But basically, I'm also fluent with scholarship or text. I'm fluent with my studies. You know what I'm saying? Um, I never did anything to give a damn about who following or who listening or whatever, but now with all the chaotic things that's been going on, not just in your life, but in the world as general or the world as a whole, I honestly feel or see that it's time to, do work now. You get what I'm saying? Or just to the stuff that I've been doing in the background or in the shadow work, my shadow work bring to the light. You feel me? That's it's time for that. And I believe that it's time to help and assist everybody else that's trying to get to a new type of way of living, a new type of way of understanding, or feel like that they special, or feel like that it's something for them to be doing and they ain't doing. You get what I'm saying? Even if you don't have nothing or have everything, you feel like it's something I gotta be doing. I just don't know what it is. It might be something spiritual. You get what I'm saying? And just in the conversations of this type of trend, type of lifestyle that we live in, this trend lifestyle we live in, consciousness and woke became a part of this trend. You get what I'm saying? We have enough elders where you can do your studies, even look at they lectures to even understand or fathom where I'm coming from, to witness that people are taking a lot of things for lightly. And not only that they taking shit for lightly, that this shit ain't nothing new, let alone it ain't nothing bad that they doing, ain't nothing special that they doing. You get what I'm saying? It just is. You feel me? It just is. And to start this off before I even end the time lectures that I done did and had a lot of people supposedly understanding and feeling some shit. But I was basically trying to record. Blog Talk Radio is one of the areas that you can look up and look at a lot of works that I done did for at least 5 years on. But I've been in this so-called studies and being fluent with my studies for 10 years and probably even going on 20 years, but I don't give a damn about, the time or whatever the hell, how long I've been doing something. I just really been doing the work. Now, with me speaking in reference and using that as my reference intro without me trying to be famous or without me trying to do anything or whatever the hell. I have a hate it or love it type of energy and a hate it or love it type of image. You get what I'm saying? I recognize that. A lot of people don't recognize that. A lot of people would think that they somebody, you get what I'm saying, and go from there. A lot of people would think they smarter than a lot of people and go from there. And right now, I'm not a fucking YouTuber, I'm not a TikToker, so I'm trying to have you to mess with me right now so we can hurry up and get into the spiritual work. At the same time, speak real time. At the same time, speak Gnostic. At the same time, speak esoteric. To dumb this shit down, I'm trying to speak fluent and be able to have you to comprehend shit. A lot of people take this shit as intimidation, and a lot of people ego trip and will feel like I'm talking about them, or will also feel like that I'm trying to be something that I'm not. You get what I'm saying? But hopefully the spirit, not hopefully, the spirit gonna override the bullshit. You get what I'm saying? And you should be able to still leave with something that you can take on and keep going with. You should be able to leave with something. You should be able to not believe in me and listen to what I'm saying, write it down, look it up, and go with your own beliefs and go with that and still do some shit. That's what I'm saying, all right? And I don't have time to talk some shit to have you one on one like this, a TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat shit. Make you feel like that I love you or that I'm sensitive, then I show you my fucking pussy or show you my fucking dick. Some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Some bullshit. And I gotta talk that shit so motherfuckers can get off this shit if you're not really about it. You hear me? All right. Now you have this whole thing or word that's called shadow ban and everything. And anybody, it don't matter what you're doing. It don't matter if you've been spiritual, it don't matter if you're not spiritual. But it don't matter what you're doing. But you done did something with social media where they damn near blocked your ass. You get what I'm saying? But dealing with me, I done literally been shadow banned and I ain't been doing nothing but doing what I believe is spiritual work. So we 10 years later, we probably 8.5 years later, and I'm able to operate off of a little bit of the social media shit that I do have, but I don't have to survive off of that shit. But I'm trying to give something to you that I was blocked off of a lot of things to keep doing something simple. And the simple thing I was trying to do is post. And the shit that I was posting was information where you could think. A motherfucker would think it's a lecture, but I'm not on here talking like that, like hours. I'm literally posting things where you could probably come to and see a lecture. You get what I'm saying? Rather you come to me physically or look up on the internet or wait for me to upload some shit. You get what I'm saying? But the shit that I was doing was basically like everybody say against, you know, your YouTube guidelines. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that I was doing something totally different and still got shadow banned. So I'm also using that shit as reference as that shit is real. And I'm also using reference that I'm not trying to ego trip and say that I'm somebody and got shadow banned. You get what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know that what happened and giving you the evidence of what happened. And why I'm saying that I've been doing this far as studies for a long time. I didn't want to teach. I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to upload anything. And if I uploaded anything, if I uploaded any lecture, I would delete it within less than a week. So I didn't want to do none of this. But now we're in a space and time where the spirit is showing me, and I got enough channels to tell me that that's what I need to do. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I did, and that's what I'm doing. You hear me? And once again, if anybody is watching this or anybody can see this, try to share this or try to copy the link and text somebody to watch this live. If not, and while I'm going through the lecture, I'm gonna try to get through a lot of notes and a lot of channels that I did or received as well. You hear me? And my apologies of the if it seemed like I'm ego tripping and feeling myself, because I'm not doing none of that. But that's how the shit was seen. So that's the energy that you would feel. You get what I'm saying? That is evidence of frequencies, energies, and vibrations that's against you to not learn some shit or conquer some or graduate from something. You'll get highly irritated from the shit. You get what I'm saying? You'll get highly irritated from it. Now, with that introduction, I'm allowing it, and I would like it to end the lectures that I did, a 3 series lectures, which you can also look on Blog Talk Radio, and it's titled In These Times. And it's a must listen to. You get what I'm saying? And it's not a lecture or a sit down lecture like this or a one-on-one conversation. It's more of a reference lecture. So I'm more talking a little bit, but giving a lot of reference, a lot of documentation. And in the time that I was doing that shit, I was irritating my damn self and didn't want to do the shit and feeling like I was doing something wrong, but at the same time doing something right. You get what I'm saying? Like I was feeling like that I did not want to do something and get recognition from the shit and make it look like that I'm trying to get recognition from the shit. To show that I still wanted to do it and I didn't give a fuck about that shit is that I did it and I documented it. I documented my notes. So Blog Talk Radio is where you can catch the lecture for In These Times for free, which is a 3-part lecture where I'm breaking In These Times. And I'm also giving you an introduction of the whatever was going on in that time and space. So if it was 2000 and something, I'm giving you what was the major event in that time and space, utilizing it as reference. You get what I'm saying? So even if somebody died, got killed in that time, I'm referencing it, but I'm also documenting that and also merging that with the lecture that I'm already doing. So I'm basically giving you no way that I can be giving you bullshit. And I'm also giving you a way that you can find bullshit of people talking this so-called spiritual shit. I also documented the woke trend that's we living in right now, the consciousness trend that we living in right now. This woke shit, this consciousness shit, and ain't nobody talking about shit. I documented that shit. I don't even remember what the fuck I said. You get what I'm saying? But I documented that shit. One other thing that I did is that I didn't want to do this shit, and a lot of elders and a lot of scholars or a lot of speakers or a lot of lecturers dealing with the occultism or metaphysical side did it at the same time, said that this is what the fuck anybody that don't want to do this shit or feeling like this what you're supposed to be doing, you're supposed to be teaching if you feel like whatever the hell. I didn't never stop, but I used to record my documentation, my studies, and put this shit up. Didn't give a fuck about YouTube. Didn't give a fuck about followers and all this shit. But at the same time, what I witnessed is the work that I did, motherfuckers still wanted to follow me. But I still did not allow that to happen. You get what I'm saying? So in that same sense, without me saying shit, you should already know that you should be able to be powerful enough, because if you looking at me like I'm not shit or thinking this is bullshit, you should already be feeling some type of resonation with your ass or residue feeling where you can say that, damn, that did happen to me before. In layman's terms, you done heard this saying before: if I can do it, you can fucking do it. You get what I'm saying? But I like to talk in reference so you will know that you can do it at all times. You get what I'm saying? And hopefully that I tapped into a knowing or a thought or whatever the hell, so you can be able to go further with what you think spirituality is or what you think consciousness is. So like and a lot of lecturers, a lot of scholars been also wanting people to do something. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people been wanting people to do something. Like do some lectures. Like you know what I mean? Do something. Do something. Okay, okay. So let's see. Okay, so they've been okay. What's up? What's up? Somebody was texting. My bad. What's or messaging me? So what's up? Okay. Now let's get straight up into this so-called woke consciousness or so-called reality. Like you have to attack this certain thing, and I'm trying to attack something before I get into the straight up scholarship form of it, so people won't feel no type of way, or so you will be able to listen to the scholarship of it and be able to respect it. um I receive, all these a lot of channels, and a lot of these is a lot of scholarship that I'm able to receive from, and no, I'm not tripping, or that's why you should be able to read, so you know you're not tripping. You get what I'm saying? You know you're not tripping because you done read something that's out of your comfortability level to where you can have a form of understanding. This in a physical form is one of the highest form of spirituality, is what you'll call alchemy, which is what church, sports, girl groups, boy groups falsify and fake as it's that, you know what I mean, department out of the spiritual realm at the end of the day. So with that being said, anything emotional is bullshit if a motherfucker aligning that with anything spiritual. You get what I'm saying? So that's why you always have people talking about what the hell they've been through. You feel me? In the same sense, you got these spiritual people tripping off of what they mama didn't do, what they daddy didn't do, or how they grew up. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of these niggas that y'all follow still tripping off of that they grew up with only pancakes in the house. You feel me? And then you will want to call me and talk to me about some shit that this nigga doing. I don't want to hear that shit. You hear me? Cause y'all playing. That mean that's what you call a atomic a oxymoron too. A oxymoron, automaton, and a conundrum, and a catalytic system. You get what I'm saying? So to dumb this shit down, you will always leave a space to where somebody can say something good and you will feel. You will always leave this space to where somebody will fucking make some look good and you will want to buy the shit. So you setting your own trap up. You setting your own poison up and you enjoying the shit. That's what's going on. So that's also why this is titled Time and Space and Time Travel. And that's why also I'm ending the lecture. That's why I'm also ending lecture. Peace and love. Peace and love. And then also you can peace, peace. Make sure we share this You know what I mean? Make sure we set it aside. Oh, make sure we share this. Uh, so that's what you have. Oh, that's face. My bad, face. My bad. My bad, face. My bad, face. I just seen the thing too. Make sure you share it too. Most love. I'm also trying to get Safu on her too. I heard he back in town, but we gonna also get everything. And then Face is another guy from the fucking streets. You see how this shit is? You feel me? But we most definitely need to make sure we getting this interaction out and sharing this shit, whatever. So back to this whole trend thing. You get what I'm saying? Like rape. Like I ain't never raped nobody. You know what I mean? And if somebody raped my niece, my nephews, or whatever, my daughters, I might go all out. You get what I'm saying? But spiritually, on the other side, them motherfuckers ain't going through shit. So you can't. So okay. A lot of scholars also said some hard shit they used to make and rub me the wrong way. And I couldn't understand this shit until I did my studies, until I studied. Then I could understand this shit. And the reason why they say that shit is so it won't be no nigga privilege, no bitch privilege, no big dick privilege, no white privilege, and motherfuckers thinking they can get a pass through this shit. Just because something happened to your motherfucking ass, you still gonna have to do the work. And that's why a motherfucker can kill your mama when she pregnant, kill your great-great-grandmama when they pregnant with a baby. A cracker can kill these motherfuckers and never go through karma. And your ass talking about some motherfucking karma shit and can't keep $100 in your fucking pocket. $20 is still too much for the average nigga. And that's why. Because you motherfuckers is still trapped. Or let alone a hex is on your ass from another nigga. Or you believe somebody run this world other than a nigga. Or, because all this shit I'm saying is the same shit. Or you don't see that you are putting your own trap out. You don't see the shit. That gotta be what's going on. Which would lead us back to the articulation or the scholarship of the shit. A catalytic conversion, a catalytic system, a conundrum, oxymoron, automaton. So with that being said, you are living in a functioning psychiatric you living in a psychiatric center. That's what America is. Full of psychiatric psychopaths. Psychiatric sociopaths. You are living around psychiatric sociopaths. That's what America is. If you think I'm lying, go look at it. Listen, this shit is so easy now, and I'd rather this shit be easy. That proves that you a fucking god. I wouldn't want to do no lectures if it wasn't people doing the work for me, where I wouldn't have to prove this shit to you. You got MySpace, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. All this shit is controlling the time and space. It's proving they running your time and space. And your dumb ass don't know that you somebody, so you can't time travel or even realize that you time traveling. Your ass still tripping off of you only eating bread and ketchup. Your ass still tripping off of you couldn't have George when you was a little kid. A bunch of stupid motherfuckers, a bunch of grown babies. So if you was to articulate this shit and be a science, you would say you a sociopath, a psychopath. If you didn't know shit and was a educated nigga, you would say you was entitled to shit. You feel me? Simple as that. What you will call this shit spiritually is metaphysics. I'm metaphysically speaking. So if you know me and if you love me, you know I'm not talking about you. This is how fucked up we are in. And this shit is real. I really time traveled too. I really time traveled. So that's why my basis and my introduction, my presentation is in my title. And my presentation is in my introduction. My introduction is my presentation. So I'm a continuum. I'm a walking correspondent. I'm a walking understanding. I'm a walking overstanding. That's what the fuck you should be. If you don't be that, you're going to be an old motherfucking dinosaur with some new shit on. Gilly, Wallow, or you're going to be a rich idiot. Jay-Z, Beyonce. I don't know these motherfuckers. I don't know nobody. And with that alone, that end any type of fucking hoping that I wanted to do in the music. You look along my shit, I've never tried to fucking be famous. But the hate is so real. The love is so fake that you got to believe in yourself so real. You got to believe in yourself so real that you still be able to leave out this shit with an understanding. And you still be able to have to understand and be aware of what the hell is going on. And be able to articulate this shit. And be able to inspire and help the next motherfucker. Because at the end of the day, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. That's why it's always something to do. Since you don't know that, you think you gotta work until you dead. It's a cold fucking game. Like, I was abused. I was sexually abused by my babysitters and everything. You know what I mean? Thank God that it was females, or I probably would have had a dick in my mouth or a dick in my ass. And that shit will hurt somebody, but you got to get over that shit to see what the fuck you was here for. But I was raped by females, older women, my mother friends, all this shit. And I could have been a nigga who think my dick is big and fucking bitches and pimping bitches. Or read what the fuck is going on and understand that I'm living in a jungle. And thank God that I made it out this shit. Right on, big bro. Real shit. Real shit. On top of this is the time and space where you have to stop regurgitating information. You got to be a, you don't think people been remote viewing on the shit that you saying. Not until the shit that you saying, the white man been worshiping before it came through you to even know that you should worship the shit and feel like you somebody. That's why you got a lot of people naming themselves out of Egyptians. And the Egyptians is the land of the fucking dead. That's why you got Africans ass over here tap dancing on your ass, and you got niggas in America thinking they Africans. Igbo, Ifa, Yoruba, Dati, all this motherfucking shit. I got real African friends. They not racist. Far as they don't hate your ass. But let me be real with you. A nigga, a motherfucker acting like they grew up like me, that would irritate me too. That would irritate me too. And them Africans is closer to the white man more than your ass is. More than, if you think I'm lying, look at their grandfathers and look at the white person grandfathers. They grandfathers was in the same area as your ass. They grandfathers was in the same as they, not your ass. They the African great something was in the same area as the white American great something in the same time and space. They more they are really related. What is going on now, they slowing down every type of thing that you can think of to catch up with us. Is it racism? Because the African, so-called African, is allowing that too. They the key for the European white man to do this shit. That's hands down. And I'm jumping ship right now, but all you have to do is look at old black and white cartoons and then also think about, it don't matter if you young or old. Think about when was the first canned good. When was the first canned good? You ain't gotta think if it was vegetables, meat. That's stupid shit. Think about when the first canned good. That's when they first was able to fucking calcify, lock shit down. When they was able to put shit in a motherfucking canned good. And they was showing you canned goods when motherfucking crackers was riding around with sweaty nuts on the back of a fucking horse. So all this rape shit, all this emotional shit that niggas be able to lose, this is what the channel is. The reason why that shit is so harsh and why that's a no-no and why you can't do it, because the white person doing it and been doing it. That's what you call white privilege. And they keep finessing niggas with this Black Lives Matter shit. They so hip, they abbreviating shit now. Look at old niggas back in the days to abbreviate shit. You got Gilly the Kid and Wallow abbreviating shit. $1 million worth of game abbreviating shit. Black Lives Matter organization abbreviate shit. BLM. Now, if you on here right now, Google and you need to motherfucking share this shit because this shit is real. Share BLM and look up Bureau that you see what Bureau of Land Management. It ain't no coinky dink that they got your ass saying and wearing BLM merch and talking Black Lives Matter because they move your ass out of your Aboriginal property. So you will never be able to own no land in America because you're Black Lives Matter. And BLM is Bureau of Land Management. Google that. Bureau of Land Management. You Google that. That's how they moved your ass out of ever coming back and running anything in America. You abbreviation, nigga. You still a Negro color, whatever. The new Negro, the new color is Black Lives Matter. And you want to tell you what it always been? A white person can be Black Lives Matter, a white person can be Negro, and a white person can be African American more than your black ass in America. Because you never been to Africa. What is Afrikaners? That's an African. That's a white African. That's a South African. That's why they can put African Americans. They are African Americans. Just like the African from overseas come up. This is what you were set up to play into with this fake slavery shit. They was giving you the program before this shit happened. Calling yourself an African American, a color, a Negro, all this shit before the Africans come over here. All you got to do is even listen to Michael Blackson. Only Africans was over in America was Jamaicans. So they do shit ahead of time. They always pre-program your dumb ass. You hear me, niggas? So shit. You worried about your motherfucking mama, your daddy? Fuck you and your family, bitch. That's gonna be my saying. Fuck you and your family, bitch. You're worrying about all this shit. Get to the shit and get off this motherfucker. Y'all out here playing and regurgitating shit and don't even know what you're talking. Worshiping the moon, don't even know this shit is against you. Worshiping energies, don't even. Hold up. Woke people and conscious niggas say this. I'm a sun being. I'm a god. I've been here for billions and millions of years. If you've been here for billions and millions of years, you got millions and billions of spirits that you lived and incarnated with in your past lives. Hands down. That's what you living in. And I didn't have this much courage probably to talk this shit around this scholarship, probably because the ego was too big, thinking that the feds finna watch you, all this shit. They watching every fucking thing. If you really protect it, you will be protected. Okay. I believe that I am live. So I don't know if you got to go on a Financial Fanatic page to look at. Okay, you probably got to go on the Financial Fanatic page to see the page live. Okay, cool. So, okay. And then I'm going to tap into my own mythology too as well. So I'm not ego tripping. I'm going to give my own funky shit piled up, my own dirt too. So I'm not ego tripping. But I also did these lectures in the Anytime series, which is not the third Anytime series, but it's called In These Times series. And that's also on Blog Talk Radio. But I did the lecture and the documentation, and if I knew anything about the pandemic or if I was ego tripping, whatever, I would have said pandemic, but I wasn't thinking pandemic. But I basically prophesized the pandemic coming, and you can go on the Blog Talk Radio and look at all of that lectures, and that is the last 3 lectures out of the 50 downloads or uploads that I did. You get what I'm saying? And I broke them down because it was a 30-minute series. So I went for hours, but Blog Talk itself broke the lectures down. So the Blog Talk series and what I'm gonna pick up on and talk about is me speaking on several years ago about to my family on what's going on. And I said that so many people is making money and so many people in the world that we call it is oblivious of how much money people is making, right? That people are really making money. Like, so you got some that ain't making money, you got people that is making money, but it's not going to stop. So people going to keep making money. So they're going to have to do something to shake this motherfucker up. I said that shit. And the reason why I said that is because I knew that we are coming in this ratification era. The ratification lasts for 7 years. The ratification basically is taxes for the 7 continents of the so-called world, basically a tax, basically taxes that the 7 continents got to make sure that they doing right, right? On top of they got to make sure that they treating humanity right. So this is what you'll call ratification. That's the best way I can describe it to you. So a ratification would be the continents of the world, a form of tax on how they're handling taxes and how they're treating the humans. That's what you'll call ratification. I knew that that was coming up, right? I knew that was coming up. And I knew before it happened that something was going to happen, a terrorist attack or whatever. But that's the old magic. The new magic is that new shit, pandemic or whatever they can create. So they created this thing called pandemic or COVID. You get what I'm saying? During the ratification, during the time where everybody's supposed to show Rome that they are treating everybody right and they are paying everybody accordingly, which will always have to be a fucking lie. Just like everybody in this world, whether you're in America, Europe, just wait, you motherfuckers pay taxes. I never had a job. So just how you gotta lie on your tax to get that shit, ain't nothing, and there ain't nothing wrong with lying because don't nobody go to jail for this unless you do stupid, crazy, hardcore lying with the shit. You get what I'm saying? But that would be a form of the ratification shit, is the taxes of all these continents. And I'm gonna jump ship with this consciousness shit, because with you being whoever you are, people already got what they want of you. So if you don't do that, motherfuckers will stop fucking with you. Motherfuckers will think you ain't shit. Motherfuckers will think whatever they assume is right just because you're not doing what they picture you doing. You get what I'm saying? And I'm using that as reference of me stop doing lectures and motherfuckers thinking I fell off. And the truth is, I was really banned from fucking Facebook and all this other stuff. You hear me? And I was trying to fight it, but then the spirit told me, fuck that. You ain't trying to do shit yourself anyway. You get what I'm saying? And I was able to get blessed too, with me able to keep going and with me able to keep studying and with me able to keep trying to teach without me trying to get followers. You get what I'm saying? The spirit allowed me to be able to inspire people, help people bump into people. You get what I'm saying? And to know that and another lecture, I'll tell you about this time and space that I'm in while I'm doing this lecture on another lecture. And when you realize what the fuck I even been through on this shit, you'll realize that this human shit ain't shit. Because I know real spiritual shit. So when a motherfucker leave off this motherfucker, I know that they ain't dead. If you really spiritual, you should already be able to contact with these motherfuckers, even though they spiritual name. And it's okay if you don't. But if you don't say you on spiritual shit. Remain a student. That's okay. Because only reason why I even do half of the shit I'm doing is because people, I didn't need nobody else to say anything. But spiritually, people told me that I inspired them. People told me this is what the fuck I need to be doing. You get what I'm saying? So the spirit appointed me to do this shit. You hear me? The spirit appointed me to do this. Cause a nigga, hey, I'm not on a yacht talking and shit, so a motherfucker would think I'm crazy. I'm not in my Lamborghini doing this shit, so you would think I'm crazy. You feel me? That's okay. In these time, and especially in this time and space, you're supposed to be able to time travel through memory or through an entity you created or a deity you created. character you created or personality you created. We went through the age of Aquarius and so on and so on. You get what I'm saying? That's what we going through, you know, different age, whatever. These different ages have a script to abide by. And it ain't no accident that the people who didn't abide by these scripts is no longer here. All the way down to people you know that I don't know, to people that's famous. You get what I'm saying? To different polarities of famous. Actors, stunt people, porn stars, rappers, singers. You get what I'm saying? The point I'm trying to make is that everything happens for a reason. And in this space, in these times, you should be able to listen to somebody to smack your ass in the medulla oblongata to be like, damn, that's right. That's what the fuck it is. Or for you to call bullshit on some shit. It's really no in between with this. Also, during the ratification period, I did the numerology, what was going on, the esoteric form of stuff that was going on, and the nostic form of things that was going on. I did the studies on it. And if it was a person involved, I did the numerology on it. And when I also did the numerology on Kobe and Gigi, and also they numbers 24, 2, and 8, I did the numerology on it. I got COVID-19. And if I'd have knew about if I'd have knew about this shit, I'd be rich off of niggas thinking they conscious and woke niggas thinking they conscious. So I'm not ego tripping or trying to give a fuck about any fucking thing. I'm giving you some real shit. So I did the numerology on COVID and the number 24, the number 2, the number 8, the word Kobe, and the word Gigi. Okay, so I did the numerology on 24, 2, and 8, and I did numerology on Kobe and Gigi for you slow motherfuckers. And what I got was COVID-19. I'm telling you the truth. But I didn't know shit about the COVID shit to be running up shit and be standing on shit, be like, hey, this is what this is. I didn't know what shit about that they was going to use that code word for a pandemic. But the way I articulated the scholarship that I laid down, I did leave the documentation. And I told you what it sounded like in my references. I said, because people are generating money, murders, basically commerce, trade, and navigation without the powers that be having to go to school or whatever they tell you have to do. They're going to have to create something to slow this time and space down. And that something that they did was create a pandemic. If the pandemic was real, they wouldn't have to say pandemic. They wouldn't have to say niggas or white crackers is going crazy or human beings is going crazy. They would say a virus is happening. They would literally say what is going on. They wouldn't say it's a pandemic. COVID-19. Now you got to ask questions. Now you got to open. Now you got to create your own spell. Do you see the fucking simple magic, the dead magic that they doing? COVID-19. Now your dumb ass, white or black? What's COVID-19? It's a virus. What? Yes, that's why we saying it's a pandemic. What? Now you sick. Because the spiritual shit that's going on before they even said is something called epigenetics. That's also documented through years of my scholarship and years of my lectures. Also documented on something for free, which what you'll call Blog Talk Radio. That's also documented. You get what I'm saying? So all this shit that these niggas is talking, they don't know shit. So fuck you and your family, bitch. Real shit. Okay. Also, so everything I'm saying, you need to do and check me on everything I'm saying. Look up everything I'm saying. The shit that's pertaining to tarot numerology, that's what you'll go through to see if a nigga is lying. You get what I'm saying? Or bullshit, or see what you can grab out of the shit or whatever the fuck. You get what I'm saying? Okay, I also receive a channel on 200,000 what the educated nigga would say, Native Americans, what the cracker would say, Indians, but Aboriginal beings, me and you that's born in America and ancestors born in America. I had a channel on a return 200,000 tribe that's returning. And when they first was returning, I was blocking their ass because they was on this love shit and this peace shit. And I was like, fuck all of that, man. And at this time, I'm going to elaborate on this, and I wasn't going to say this. At this time, I was going through a lot. You know what I mean? A lot of people was ill in my family without the COVID shit. And a lot of people died in my family without the COVID shit. And I was reading the mythology on everything and the spirituality of everything. And I was able to understand why everything was happening. You get what I'm saying? Or what was happening and what was going on. So basically, I was going through a lot. And I was ego tripping when I received this channel. So 200,000 tribes came through. And I realized that these was the Aboriginal beings of America or our ancestors. You get what I'm saying? And out of 70,000 of those tribes, what you will call a foreigner, a white man, this is what they met. So 70,000 of our ancestors was here when any foreigner met. Anybody that's anybody foreign, so-called acting like they're domestic, that's when they came over and they met these 7,000 tribes. 70,000, 70,000 tribes. Now, if we was that deep and the motherfucker raised all hell and war, common sense tell you that we would have won. So whatever you believe in and thought was real came from a motherfucking liar, whether they was white or black, and it's not real. Because numbers don't lie, right? Men lie and women lie though, right? Right. Okay. So when these invaders came, which was also prophesied through the Mayan and also Aboriginals of this land, and you can also do your text, and nowadays you got a lot of people telling you that we are Aboriginal of this land. We're not Africans. Since you want to be American, Africans, Farrakhan, stupid ass niggas. You know y'all crazy as hell. Your mama used to lie and say you was a straight A student when you was stupid as shit. It's time to get past the bullshit. You hear me? And you ain't that special for me to be talking about you. That's how deep this shit is. So the 70,000 tribes that was fucking here out of the 200,000 tribe, the 70,000 tribe is the ancestors that was here when these Europeans came. And these motherfuckers didn't wage war because the Europeans was banned from their homeland to get taught over here. You gotta be a fool if you think the ruling king and queen didn't know what the fuck it was over here. You raise or even think that you finna raise where you would die. They couldn't do that shit over here. They came over here to get taught and to be civil beings. Hands down. The shit is so fucked up. They was taught to be civil beings and all this shit, and they knew they was outcast, that they still became animals. So think, you come over here, you the white person. I'm giving you what the fuck happened metaphysically. So these motherfuckers, and this shit ain't in school, this ain't no scholars say this shit yet. So can a new boy lean? Can a new boy lean? Fuck you and your family, bitch. You gotta let that shit go to understand what the fuck we in right now. These motherfuckers came over here to get taught. When they got taught, instead of fucking teaching the children and making a way for the children, because the elders was getting older and we were getting dumber. That's how we knew we needed to teach the mutating or the mutation form of ourself. If this is a lie, then what is the aboriginal being of America, and what is the Moors of Spain? And what did they do? Because there's documentation of that. We taught them how to wash their ass. You also have a book called Dirt that is out of print that give you everything of the king's family, of the so-called Gentiles, the so-called Cracker Man family. A book called Dirt, which is out of print. Yes, I own it, and it's $3,000. Go ahead and look at it, and you can get it for PDF. Thank God for fucking King Lauderdale, because he helped you with this shit. Niggas talk this shit, but they ain't giving you shit. And a lot of motherfuckers, I love you, and if I didn't love you, I wouldn't gave you the book for you not to give me my shit back. I gave it because I knew you weren't gonna give the shit back. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Because I know what the fuck it is. I know what I'm here for. But your so-called foreigners, whether they white or black, was outcast. You got the stuff happening right now. You got the Africans being outcast to this motherfucker right now and getting taught. I apologize for cursing, but that's to block from people remote viewing us. You get what I'm saying? And peace, God, peace. So they was outcasts, came over here to get taught. And when they got taught, they turned their backs on us. That's how fucked up the white man is. You want me to tell you why they had to turn their backs on us? Because the white woman was coming to us. Peace, untrapped minds, peace. When they came to us, listen to me. So you can't knock the white man. Because if you try to take my bitch, I might kill your ass too. Name one nigga that ain't finna be an alpha male. What is alpha male if that shit is not real then? That's what happened. They came over here to get taught. Our ancestors knew that they wasn't here to teach us. Because our ancestors knew that they was here to teach us. But niggas was in a chaotic form, so we wasn't trying to get teach. If you think it's a lie, then look at what's happening to you now. You got elders here. You got people dying right now. Why? Because he had to die. Because you motherfuckers ain't learning. Let alone you know enough, so it's time for him to live in peace. You motherfuckers is crazy. This is why a lot of you niggas go back to Christianity, because that's the only text where it allow you to feel like you somebody. But yo, big homie here now, King Lauderdale here now. Now I'm saying shit. So fuck you and your family, bitch. You ain't gotta worry about them. Worry about your motherfucking self and get up out of here. Deep down, you always wanted to. How many times a motherfucker ate everything and you come home and ain't shit in there to eat? Or unless you a spoiled ass brat and was the only fucking child and mad because you was eating Malwich every day and Roman noodles. Or couldn't get the George or the new PlayStation. You bitch. Fuck you and your family, bitch. That's my new quote. So that's what happened with that. And once again, in the beginning, that little shit, I should be able to end the lectures I did in the beginning, which is called In These Times series. So in them times, I gave you enough documentation to where you should be somewhere to where we should be able to bounce off each other. You get what I'm saying? Not regurgitating knowledge, not giving a European centric view, and not creating our shit into a centric view. That's why you got woke and conscious niggas. That's why you got this dumbass nigga Jordan Peele making all this shit. Do you know that you got people that say they conscious and woke and look at Get Out and think that's some shit? Do you know that niggas think that's some spiritual shit? Do you know that niggas think that shit is spiritual? They don't know nothing about spirit. Yes, everything is spiritual, but you don't know shit about spiritual. Oh shit, oh shit. Annette. That's Ashe. Stupid. You Hotepper ass niggas. Fuck you and your family, bitch. Crazy ass niggas. Listen to me. This also a science. Niggas acting crazy is a science. And you ain't mastered the shit yet. You rather be somebody that's acting like they rich. Listen to me. I know money. And you would rather be a nigga acting like he got it all. Even if you a millionaire, you will act like you a nigga that the opposite of you, rather it's a black woman, a nigga that ain't you, rather it's an African American, an African, right, that's living in America, or an African that's in Africa, or a nigga that's from America thinking he America, looking at you like you somebody that feeds you. What is that? What that sound like? That sound like vampire shit. That's the energy you operating off of, hands down. Hands down. You motherfuckers out here fucking playing. Y'all out here playing. Y'all out here playing. And you would... The reason why everybody else be able to do this shit against us, because you ain't doing shit. That's why they able to make Mickey Mouse. Because you ain't coming out of your dreams with that shit. You trying to dream about dick in your mouth. You trying to dream about some shit you can't get away with in this shit you call reality. Listen. This how crazy niggas is. This how crazy niggas is. Niggas created every form of music and still allow a motherfucker to give you a genre. Listen to this. Niggas created rock and roll and jazz, right? Listen to this. Listen to the sounds. This is some science right here. Rock and roll. You feel that? Jazz. You feel that? They gave your ass blues, hip hop, futuristic music, and trap music. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. All the setup, controlling the time and space. Yes, they did. Evidence that they are running the time and space. Evidence that you are a time traveler that's going through dementia and Alzheimer's. Evidence. Evidence. And radiation poison. And food poison, hands down. And dehydration. That's what's going on. That shit is simple as fuck. That's really simple compared to what the fuck you think is going on. With them able to do that and give you anything outside yourself is controlling time and space. Or they're counteracting you, which is another form of surveying you. So they'll know how to control your ass. That's why everything is a camera, a picture, a new video, something that you can look good on so we can get a better picture of your dumb ass, a better recording of your dumb ass. Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Snapchat. All this shit is controlling time and space. They're monitoring the time travelers, lottery, gambling, fame. Motherfuckers are literally time traveling and coming to this bitch to be famous and all this shit. They're already able to trap your ass. So now you coming back thinking you finna do something. Now you Jay-Z, just a famous ass nigga, can't do shit. They saying you doing something, but the gods ain't witnessing shit. They saying you a billionaire, you got the baddest bitch in the world, but the gods ain't witnessing shit that you doing, so you're not doing nothing. You see how sick this shit is? You know, you want to know what's gonna happen after that? Motherfuckers will idolize the icon. That's also in the Bible, the 10 Commandments too. And the motherfucker will listen to this. Yeah, King Larnay telling you to be a Christian, telling you to follow Allah. You hear his name, King? He's a Hebrew Israelite. Get your stupid ass. Listen, you ain't stupid. Do that. Don't say I'm shit. You dumb motherfucker. But that's my family. Fuck you and your family, bitch. Real shit. It's either you gotta be out your mind. If you listen, if it was one ball and this ball can save you, this one ball can save you, and the world finna end in 10 seconds. But you can give this ball to somebody else so somebody else can live. It's only you and that other person. It don't gotta be a male, a female, or two males, or two. It don't gotta be. It's just you and somebody else. And the choice is you keep the ball and that person go on, or you give them the ball and you go on. 9 out of 10, a motherfucker is going to keep that shit and let your ass go on. They know they don't even know how to communicate with you. They going to let you go on and say they communicating with you. Niggas is crazy. Crack is crazy too. When I say niggas, that's white or black. So my white... Hold up. Let me wait till I go back live. It said I was disconnected. Fuck you and your family, bitch. Motherfuckers tripping off their kids and everything else still. And talking about they gods. So in these time and space, you hear me? / time travel. The introduction, I'm not going to repeat none of that shit. You can rewind. And I covered and I closed a lecture that I did for 10 years, expanded. I was shadow banned from all social media sites, but I'm a time traveler that found out a way how to not get stopped. You get what I'm saying? I'm not looking for fame. I'm not looking for followers. This is real shit. Try me, bust down my lines, and think if this shit is fake. Quit playing with me. Any person that know me know the energy that I carry. I'm a fucking multi-walking fucking I'm an icon millionaire just off the energy and presence without no ego tripping or bullshit. I was always hated all this shit. Humble as hell. A lot of these conscious motherfuckers is bullshit too. Because ain't nobody reach out to me when my shit went out. Motherfuckers acting like they came up with that shit. I'm also holding classes, and I got classes. You can also, it will be a link in the description where you can also join up with the classes, find out the fees for classes, other different classes, other different teachers that teach in classes. Only other classes it is a hands-on skills class for right now that my wife is doing that you can do to generate money, and then a hands-on skills class that you can do, it don't matter man or woman, that you can do, which is on a spiritual or transformation class. You get what I'm saying? Where I'm giving you studies and it's a form of meditation, but these are different genres, and the classes is broken up in different pieces. I have a description after this so you can understand or go to the Gmail and what you want to do or what class you want to take. The fee will be there so you wouldn't understand the fee that it costs, whatever the hell. And my shit is real. And if you don't pay, I don't want you to pay for shit if you don't think this shit real. Do what you doing. Go pay for whoever you think is real and come back and holler at me and see where the fuck we at. Yes, we do have stuff you can buy. Right now, we have a bunch of holistic things that we can buy. And the reason one of the things that we did that we wiped out everything so we can be on whatever this time and space is giving you. So it ain't no panic. So you can still have something to help you. So say like if they say it's no water. You can't buy water, you just got to drink sink water. We got something for that right now. You get what I'm saying? And we also have something where you can get or be on where you ain't got to trip off of shit they say. This shit is real. You hear me? This shit is real. And I went back in the spiritual shit like I was Master P. Went out the trunk with the shit. I didn't go fucking mass scale, mass production with this shit. I went out the trunk with this shit. So this shit is real. The fuck you mean? I'm sorry for cursing too much, but I'm not. This shit is also a protection. God dang me. But in these time and space, and that's the lecture. So I'll give a description and whatever you want. Hopefully, I know that I have something. It's really nothing. I don't want to say that right here, but it's really not going to go over a certain number that you'll want in this time and space. You get what I'm saying? But it's a holistic, holistics or herbs. So I'll get the links, and it's in Fanatic Herbs. And I will also give the links on the classes that, certain classes that's going on that you can do and the fees. You get what I'm saying? None of this is bullshit. Everything is what you can utilize right here, right now, and do the rituals on right here, right now, all the way down to something that you can eat, to something to magnets, to crystals, all the way down to something that you can intake, no type of drugs, all herbs, but that you can intake and open your third eye. You get what I'm saying? Have stronger meditations and better sleep with. You get what I'm saying? Not a drug deal, none of this shit. Simply herbs and simply spiritual work. You get what I'm saying? But yes, we do. And I will leave a description all the way down to scents and candles that will change the auras of where you at and what's going down, all the way down to altars, pictures that you need to set up your altars, all of that. But all of these things can also be included into your altars that you want. You get what I'm saying? And we also have classes that's teaching you how to build an altar, classes teaching you how to meditate, classes teach you how to research on what you need to get through the spiritual process. And none of this shit is a game. You feel me? So once again, stop the regurgitating and make sure you do the work. And then to back on the channel of the 200,000 tribes that was coming through. Because when I'm saying this shit, a lot of people, it seemed like people is want to hear that. So the 200,000 tribes that came through, out of 200,000 tribes that came through, I recognize 70,000 of these tribes was the Aboriginal or the ancestral tribes that was here when the so-called invaders came. So out of 200,000, 70,000 of these tribes was here when the Europeans came. And this is who they taught the Europeans. The shit that they did, they were supposed to show that what they was taught assisted them through life, whatever the fuck. What they did, they kept the shit within the family, made their bloodline strong, and outcast us. And how is that wrong? When the people that was teaching them was of our bloodline. What's the reason why this 70,000 tribe didn't teach the youth or the adults of that time? Because we was in a fallen state and we witnessed that. So it wouldn't have mean no good to teach us in that state. We'd have taught us in that state, and you'd have woke up and there'd been a bunch of niggas running this motherfucker. Could you imagine you in a world with no racism, no white people, and just niggas, and you still going through the same shit? You would never even get no type of form of scholarship. A nigga won't even let you breathe. You get what I'm saying? You wouldn't even know that you were Aboriginal. That's facts. So this science that I'm saying is a mystery too. So could it be that niggas run this world and we put a white person in place? Because that would have to be the greatest magic of all. Put the white person in place. You thinking he run it when the nigga running it? Don't that sound familiar? That sound like the Bible. That sound like the Quran. False prophets, false icons, all it is. That sound very similar. But none of that have bibliography and even no documented channels. Even no illustrated documented channels. You feel me? With that holds historical fact or value. You feel me? Geographic wise, geo wise, or bibliography wise. You get what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people would think something is bullshit. And the audacity of you thinking you something is bullshit because it didn't fall in your lap. You thinking something is something because you didn't do nothing. So, in the same sense, you the best dressed and never even left off the block. You hear me? You dealing, and you will always deal with mind control. You can also look up a book, Dark Psychology 101. And that's most definitely how the world is most definitely ran. You get what I'm saying? And to dumb this all down so I can hurry up, but you still need to read that book. They listen to what you say and what you don't say. And basically, you are living in an insultation of your intelligence. So you living in everything is really insulting your intelligence. That's why you have Oreo cookie flavored Oreo cookies. You feel me? I'm telling you the truth. An insult on your intelligence. Um, French toast, frosted flakes, French toast, French toast. So French toast on a like it's the same shit or the same shit. And your average human being is, oh, they finally got some new shit. Crazy shit. Straight up, Oreo cookies, Oreo. Oreo cookie, Oreo flavored Pop Tarts. Crazy shit. Coca-Cola, like, but they ain't do it yet. I'm just trying to give you how this shit is insulting. Like, it insult on your intelligence. And another form of the shit is like them fake cigarettes when you was little, them gum cigarettes. All this shit is a form of programming. Even my ass smokes cigarettes now, cigars. And I remember puffing on it, gum cigarettes. Every motherfucker who didn't want to do that shit ain't smoking cigarettes. Let alone probably don't even smoke weed. That's some shit. I also, speaking on this weed shit, I got a channel on marijuana, which is called Mother Marijuana. And she said that motherfuckers keep taking from me and they always take from me. This is a channel, a spiritual transformation, some people will call it, or a channel that I got from Mother Marijuana. She called her, I mean, that's basically what I felt the spirit saying, Mother Marijuana. And she said that since people keep taking from me, she gonna take from them. You hear me? I'm like, damn. I'm tripping because I like weed. I smoke weed. Like, what you taking from them? She said they memory. She taking a memory. Since people don't worship marijuana right, you take from her, you just want all this shit, you keep taking from her and everything, she gonna take from me, and that's the memory. And that's what she did. And that's a form of let me know that she fuck with me because my memory is sharper than shit. I can remember shit from when I'm 3 years old. I remember shit before I came into my mother body system and was pushed out her pussy. I promise you that. It was a blue woman with like 3 titties. A blue woman. And I was in some type of, you would think, only way I could describe this is like a pool tube or some shit, like a inflatable tube, but it wasn't inflatable tube. And I was in water, but I wasn't in water. And I was like on a planet, but I wasn't in planet. It was like a dimension shit. And she gave me a kiss on my cheek and my forehead. And she I didn't see her like push me, but it's like I basically got pushed and then I was born. That's what I remember. A blue woman. And she probably had 3 or 4 titties, but a blue woman. And even when I seen her blue titties or whatever, but this was a mother energy. In the same sense, I recognized the blue in her and everything, and I got aroused. Not saying that I want to fuck my mother, I wanted to fuck her, but I got aroused. This shit that I'm saying is spiritual shit. I ain't get horny. My dick was hard in my dream. As a little child, I wasn't even on this earth yet. I know that shit was before I was born. I also had a dream of the pan deity or entity, which to me as a young child looked at like E.T. But I know it wasn't E.T., but that's the best description that I can give you of that's how this motherfucker looked like. E.T., a extraterrestrial, but that's the cracker form of extraterrestrial because he's telling you it's E.T. So that's the only thing that I could tell you because a cracker made a movie out of some shit. So I can say that thing he created, right? So when I was a little boy and I was in a bed with my mother, and I remember rolling to the side and I'm seeing this entity. The best way I can describe him is that he looked at like E.T. You get what I'm saying? But that is the pan deity, a form of the pan deity. And that also let me know that E.T., like Steven Spielberg, whether he was high or had a dream, he teleported into a different dimension and was able to see that entity or deity, which his white man eyes was able to bring it to you as that ET. This is also in the same time talking in reference to a lot of dreams that we have when we see evil shit happening or a black figure happening. You get what I'm saying? And we not understanding what is going on. We thinking some evil shit. We thinking we doing something evil. We thinking we ain't living right. All because a big ass black shadow figure showed itself in your dreams. And you not understanding that's you. The thing to do when that shit is happening, or if that shit ever happened, or if it happened and it ain't happened in a long time because you prayed to Jesus, said, don't let that shit happen. Say that when you go to sleep, make that shit happen again. And then when it's happening, don't be afraid. Because my little ass did it. I ain't shit. You might be like, this nigga crazy, whatever. I did it. And if you don't want to do it, don't do it. But I'm telling you, do it and ask. And it's your higher self. Ask what's his name, and you'll get your higher self name. Your true soul name. Don't never tell nobody that. But do that work and get that name so you can see what you're here for and what you're here to do. If you don't want to do that, you can hit me up and I'm going to leave a link in the description below to where you can. And it's not a class, but you can also pay a fee and get a Akashic reading. You can get a spiritual path reading or a soul path reading. You get what I'm saying? So that's what's up. And that shit is work. It's the truth. It's the truth. You feel me? So let's see. So I already talked about the assault on your intelligence in so many words. And this basically is everything I'm stating is a form of something to also deter you. You get what I'm saying? And to also throw you off from your shit and what you're here to do. And I covered the 200,000 tribes that came back. And out of the 200,000 tribes, 70,000 of them is the ones who was here when any foreigner invaded, whether it was Africans or European. Rather, they got invaded. It's not the Africans coming in now through the 90s. The African wars happened in the early 90s. So a lot of Africans was getting banned from their homeland and getting sent to America or Europe. So this do not classify or signify with the African in that time. This is talking about the invasion of the pale race in America around that time. So it was met by 70,000 tribes but not all at once, because they all came through different. So in layman's terms, when a white cracker came over here, no matter where he went in America, he seen niggas. That's what I'm saying. He knew he was outcast to his homeland, and he was here to learn. He still rebelled against it, but he found out he had to still learn. The reason why he got sent over here, whether he's a white woman or a white nigga, whether he's Asian, European, Italian, so-called, all this fake spiritual names, pride spiritual names. These pride spiritual names are here so they can uphold and show respect to us, our ancestors that they left. So that's all they have to do is show respect to the teachings. So if all they have to do is show respect to the teachings, how could they show respect to the teachings if the youth of the elders that taught them is not carrying the same tradition that the elders taught them? So now they feel like they more of your elders' bloodline than you because you forgot the way and they got taught the way. You get what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. In that same sense, instead of them doing what they taught to teach us, they taught their own bloodlines to be able to be up like they could never be up with the white ruling bloodlines of Europe, UK, Ireland, Iceland's Rome. I'm telling you. I wrote some, but I'm gonna have to wait and see what the hell it is. I say Jeopardy show is to show you how something. But I'm gonna come back to that. And then the other one, the other channel. Okay. Something I just wrote down say the Jeopardy show you alone how you know the news is BS. Okay. Now I'm gonna see what I was. And I'm gonna. Okay, cool. Thank you. Good, everybody in. All right, Kanai, yes, sir. I'm still live. Okay. All right, so let's see. Okay, one of these channels I wrote down, I don't really remember, but it's a Jeopardy show alone show you how the news is BS. It's basically Jeopardy show alone show you how the news is bullshit. I don't even know. I don't remember the channel. Hopefully it'll come back. And then the next one I also got, okay. The other one I got is that the segregation laws coincide with COVID-19 laws as well. So the segregation laws I found out coincides with COVID-19. So how they was trying to separate you through the segregation and everything, as above, so below, nothing new under the sun. So that's what that's exactly what they were doing. They had to always manipulate time, historicalize images. You get what I'm saying? That's a good way to manipulate time. So while that was going on, the so-called segregation thing was a spiritual warfare going on, which is also a form of the epigenetics, or what you would call jump, not junk, jump DNA that they had to stop and also slow down and take control over. You get what I'm saying? Because if somebody say something is going on and you believe them, you're not educated, you got to be out your mind if you think the energies within yourself is not going to act accordingly. It's going to be a shock wave going through. So your cells, your blood cells, white, red, or T cells is going to react accordingly. You get what I'm saying? So with the segregation laws, they was obviously didn't want this epigenetic thing to happen or this jump DNA thing to happen, but it still happened. You still have black people fall in love with white people fall in love with black people. One of those bibliography that I can use as reference that for sure happened is them telling you that niggas ain't shit, or some black person telling you that a white motherfucker ain't shit. And a white child and a black child came together and found love. You know what I'm saying? I'm not racist. At the same time, I'm not promoting interracial marriage or anything. I'm just giving you reality on what happened or what's not documented that happened, rather than what could happen, what might have happened. We ain't on none of that bullshit right here. We from the norm. We ain't on the pondering. You get what I'm saying? So you dealing with a spiritual warfare here. So the COVID-19 shit is the same as the segregation laws. Because at the end of the day, the shit that you living in America, I don't know how Africa is, but obviously it's the same. I don't know how UK is, Britain, England. It's obviously the same. All you have to do is say something like a form of pandemic, virus, or anything. Niggas gonna stay away from crackers, and crackers gonna stay away from niggas. That's what's gonna fucking happen. The modern day form of segregation law is COVID-19 and the Omicron variant. So the next thing that they could probably be doing or give you is a Omega variant, or go straight and smack your ass and give you a Osiris variant. Omega variant or Osiris variant. I don't know though, but it'll be good, and hopefully, ain't no telling. Motherfuckers might start investing in this spiritual shit where I can be eating and keep paying bills. I do something documented and prophesy some shit. Shit. Okay, let's see. I also got a few money rituals. And then so I will also leave things in the description. Links in the description where you can get the rituals, where you can get the class, or where you can get products from. All the way down from herbal products all the way to merch. And then again, with the time and space, the time travel, or your time being manipulated and controlled, you have social medias. You have also the metaverse. I think I already said that. The MySpace, the Facebook, the Instagram, and all of these, even in the titles, are the names as proof of space being controlled and ran. Your time and space is being controlled and ran. Or this is a possibility that you could be living in a simulation. And one thing also, your whole life experience is to prepare you for what's to come. So you could be a child going through some shit. And that shit, what you going through as a child, even what you going through as 20 something right now, what you going through as 55 right now, is for you to be able to handle what's to come. In the Holy Biblio sense, they say God will never give you nothing that you can't handle. The metaphysical story is what I just told you. You get what I'm saying? Let alone that you chose when to come here. You chose longitude and latitude when to come here. Let alone you chose your parents. So you holding shit your parents should be doing or ain't doing and did don't mean shit. These are also codes for masters also telling you that they was telecommunicating with the quantum world. And the quantum world was trying to give them the best answers or codes to help them so they won't get stuck when this shell leave. And obviously that was a failure because niggas keep coming back wanting to be icons. Niggas also keep coming back wanting to be rich white people. Elon Musk and everything, and never tell you that they're black. So a lot of these motherfuckers is white, is niggas coming back because they took the mystery system classes and chose to fucking connive. Listen to this. You also got woke and conscious people also saying that they are gods. You got also woke and conscious people also saying that they've been here for billions and billions of years. If you've been here for billions and billions of years, then you have spirits or spiritual energy that you live from billions and billions of years that you have to justify if you don't know why you here with all this spiritual energy from billions and billions of years to move forward with. That's why a lot of us be stuck. The catch-22 or the other polarity of that would be your ass came back to rule some shit and you seen you couldn't do it and that a teacher was right and that you should have listened. You promised this teacher that you gonna do right, but hell is so real. Heaven is so real. When you came back, you lost focus and now you back on this motherfucker. You only got 144,000. That's also in the Torah, the Holy Quran, and your Holy Biblios telling you that only 144,000 is the true motherfuckers that came back to really do the work. All the other shit is clones. You feel me? So you're worrying about your fucking son and your daughter. Fuck you and your family, bitch. That's my new saying. So you can get through this shit. It's about you. You got to get your ass through this shit. You should feel good that you the only motherfucker that can understand what the fuck you saying. You shouldn't get mad at me. Damn, I thought King was a scholar. I thought he was the shit. He didn't break down my dream. Damn, but I'm breaking it down. Then you the shit. You the motherfucker. I ain't supposed to do shit about you. You don't owe nobody shit and don't nobody owe you shit either. Fuck you and your family, bitch. So your life experiences is to prepare you what is to come. We so fucked up. We think that we gonna live through them experiences. Now you scared. Don't cut off now. Don't stop. I need the likes. I need the views. Don't stop. Don't stop looking at me now. Don't stop. I ain't trying to scare you. Just because you also understand that don't mean that you're going to be able to live physically to see that shit carry out. You might have to stay here and watch over one of your children because you want to be the best father to fucking help them carry the shit out. Hopefully you doing the work and you could just worry about yourself and you left enough shit to where people can do their own fucking work, hopefully. Or you might try to be famous and, you know, icon, all this shit, and thinking you somebody, want to be the best father, or I wasn't the best father, I wasn't the best brother, wasn't the best mother, wasn't the best sister. You're coming back. You might want to come back. I'm not coming back. This is the last time. I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back. So you most definitely need to make sure you're doing the work and not regurgitating this. In these times and in this space, you should want to be able to witness. And if you can't do it yourself, you should be able to get a ticket to get on a ship and time travel. Not saying hop on any alien ship. You know what I'm talking about? You should be able to allow yourself to be able understand and learn and do new things. Be able to be aware of change. You get what I'm saying? Not living in that ego or that character you created. Exactly. Be able to do more than adapt, and at the same time finagle. So adapt at the same time, make this shit work for you. You get what I'm saying? Make this shit work for your ass. It ain't no other shit. It ain't no other shit. It ain't no one. How are you a god then? Then, like, it's also scriptures that back the shit that I'm about to say. You chose your parents. And the only scriptures that back that you didn't choose is the Holy Biblio scriptures. But not to shit on that and lie is what we call the New Testament. The New Testament states that. So with you doing your work here, are you supposed to do your work, or believing in you do your work here, whatever the hell? You want to try to carry that out to where you being aware, to where you be able to navigate out of the map after death, and you not coming back to this motherfucker. That's gonna be hard for a lot of conscious people. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be harder for a lot of conscious people. And then what's so crazy, or where it ain't crazy, is that okay, I understand now. So I'm gonna try my best to cover up the rest of it in another time, because I know we ain't got time and I don't want to lose people. But you want to, so whenever you, well, okay, you was born, right? Whatever you thought that you were and that you created, it's okay to be that, but you got to be willing to sacrifice that as well. Because what you living in, and we already passed the age of Aquarius, but what you coming into the age of Aquarius, which would be like an age of revelations, an age of revealings, or revealing, you get what I'm saying? Or exposure, you get what I'm saying? Or age of truth. So with that being said, which the stage that you'll want to do is to kill the ego. That's the stage you'll want to already be at is kill the ego, because you basically birth your spiritual self yourself, and your spiritual self died itself naturally. Now what? That's really where you're supposed to be at. But that's a little too dramatic if you don't have no grounding point to go off from. If you talking spiritual shit and you ain't really studied nothing spiritual, you just did regurgitated information. That's really hard to do. So this is why I'm saying that the conscious niggas is going to have to go through this shit the hardest. And you motherfuckers probably all we got. And we probably got to wait on you motherfuckers to have enough nuts. But you motherfuckers promoting that you are mendingos. And dicks ain't paws. But your dick's so big, but your bitch is not. If the world is your bitch, she's not satisfied and she gotta fuck somebody else to get off. So why you thinking that you got some good looks because it's passed down, money because it's passed down, knowledge? What is it when you feel something before it happened? Whatever that is that you think that you got from your motherfuckers, then why you can't get the good shit from the motherfuckers to really help your ass? Then you really need to be on some fuck you and your family, bitch. For real. You gotta care about yourself. Some of you motherfuckers is so selfish that you think that you caring about yourself when you caring about this ego that you created that's supposed to already die in this motherfucker. It ain't gonna last. Look at all the rappers, look at all the rich motherfuckers that died and they was perpetrating a character. But you so stupid. You think basketball and football, you think the NBA and the NFL, you think niggas is really going out there playing their hearts out, trying to win. To get their mama a house. Don't nobody care about their mama that much. Fuck you and your family, bitch. Don't know, like I'm serious. If you cared about your mama that much, you wouldn't be fucking doing what you're doing. You'll do everything you done, but it's not saying that you ain't shit. You supposed to, if you own your shit, you should know what the fuck you supposed to be doing then. Whenever you feel like, damn, it's something I supposed, you should know that then. You should know that then. Hands down. All I'm trying to say is nothing. All I am saying is what the fuck exactly that I'm motherfucking saying is that's the channels and notes and lines that I done bust down for you. And motherfuckers will make me bust down my lines and will fuck some pussy raw. And won't make that bitch. Or you won't even think about having protection, but you want me to protect my shit. Fuck you and your family, bitch. For real. A motherfucker would make you, where you get that from? But won't question a cracker. Won't question a cracker. Will question me like a motherfucker. Like I got time to give a fuck about your dumb ass not giving a fuck about your motherfucking self. And I still be doing shit. That's the shit I hate about myself. I give a fuck about you motherfuckers. Also, I have money rituals. I have these money rituals that you can also do. You get what I'm saying? I want to give out the money rituals, but you gotta pay for that. God damn me, that's what the spirit told me. Motherfuckers gotta pay for that extra shit. You don't want to, it don't matter. People already believe in the shit. I already assisted people. I already inspired people. Thank God. So I don't have to worry. I don't need your money for real. But if I can help you, you get what I'm saying? Shit ain't going to me. It's really going to the fucking spirit for real, for real. I got, yeah, you know, bills, food, whatever. But you get what I'm saying? That's spiritual. Want me to keep talking some shit? At the same time, you niggas know every fucking thing. At the same time, you niggas know everything. You basically supposed to be time traveling right now. Killing that you part, whatever ego you had, that shit supposed to already been dead. If you don't or haven't did that, do it now. That don't mean literally kill yourself. Erase what you think you are. If you don't have nothing, like say like you was Muslim and you just now hearing this shit. You Christian, you just now hearing this shit. Stay in your lane. Stay on that shit. You got an opportunity to keep reaching out and grab your shit. You ain't gotta shit on nobody, make nobody feel bad. None of that. Keep learning, keep studying your shit. Because that would be the true form of what you'll call spirituality. And plus, this shit, you would never have to tongue wrestle with nobody and have debates. Because this shit is the truth, and that's all it will ever be. And so I also will have a few of this. I'm gonna have more than one secretary uploading classes and Gmails that you can link with, so you can get in contact with them where they will be able to enroll you in classes. I will be teaching in classes, and I will be teaching classes Zoom wise as well. So any questions will be in real time. Any lectures will be in real time. Okay. A lot of the work that I did, people, a lot of the work that I did not go untouched or unscathed. But a lot of the work that I did showed me that I was in the right space or time or mind, whatever. I'm blessed that I didn't trip off of how many people was listening, watching, believing, or whatever the hell. I was trying to really get out something that I feel that even if it's only one person, they can fucking feel like they somebody and take it to the next level. The reason why I'm talking in reference for this is because the energy, I could never, there's no words that I can give you the energy of me saying something or me doing lectures and talking about something in lectures, and then the thing or whatever I talked about in lectures get played out on a worldwide stage. So I would say something and it would happen in the whole world stage too as well. Even if you would say something, you have to recognize that this is what you will call correspondence. So you will know that this is not you. This is why niggas need to read. Cause niggas don't read. And then they fuck a bitch. And cause she ain't doing what you saying, you want to kill a bitch. Or you want to kill yourself. Or you want to lose your mind. It's really because niggas ain't read. I'm being real with you. Because if you read, you will understand that exactly what they say is true. If you want to hide something from a nigga, put the shit in a fucking book. A lot of the world operate off of psychology one-on-one, where even black people underestimate this form of wizardry, magic, or whatever the hell. It don't matter even if they believe in something is evil. A lot of niggas underestimate the power behind that shit that they think a white cracker would do or a dumb nigga would do. They underestimate that shit. That alone is a win for anybody doing any fucking ritual. Do you hear me? At the end of the day, if you have to rewind through this lecture and get the notes, whatever, you should want to be doing rituals or being a ritualistic person and having a window open for you to evolve, or terraform. Or when we go into Christianity or the Holy Biblios, to be able to go through a transformation. You feel me? This is a sick game you in, because what you will even call your family would be entities, deities, and energies returning to stop you from rising to the next stage too as well. And I'll cover that on the next lecture. What I'm trying to also and only really bust down right here, instead of going through a series of ego conundrums, or what the Ivy League people will call a series of dramas, or what the Ivy League scholarship will call, if they're going into filmmaking and storytelling, the Osirian drama forms of shit. You feel me? Instead of going through that, this is a real path, which is a realm, a realm, a real frequency, vibration, because you manipulated it. You hear that? That's where you get realm from, which is a Latin sanctarian word. You should Google every fucking thing I'm saying. This is a new age, 2022. So any lecturer talking, you should be Googling everything they saying. God damn. I'm probably tripping because I'm so on point, and it should be hella motherfuckers want some shit. Good evening, good evening. Ashe. Good evening, Queen. I am Bass. So also this is a realm of the return of that 144 too. So this, you are in Revelations. You feel me? So I wonder if I'm gonna also try to send PDFs, and I'm gonna also have two of the administrators send the PDFs. So the same people that you'll go through the enroll class, they'll also give you a PDF of certain books or any books. So if I reference any books, I will also be able to have you to be able to buy the shit for free. Because no books, every book I have is over And my little brother probably in it. Both of my oldest brother is also in the chat, so I can't lie. So I don't have a book that's under $500. You get what I'm saying? I don't have a book at under 500. I wish that I knew some shit so I wouldn't have to pay as much money as I did. But the reason why I'm able to know certain things dealing with getting these books that's out of print is because certain elders didn't give a fuck about telling me to fucking get it, like Dr. Phil Valentine and Brother Panic. And I believe before Bobby Hemmett left out, I believe he did used to tell me something about some PDF shits. I know for a fact because he used to be stand on that shit too. You get what I'm saying? But my ego ass, you get what I'm saying? If I had it, I would spend that motherfucking money and get them books. And I swear to God, it wasn't never on no shit like I got this. It ain't nobody to talk to about the shit I got. You get what I'm saying? If I was ego tripping, it was to think that I was gonna save myself or my physical. You get what I'm saying? But I don't even think I was too deep into that. But The Hero with a Thousand Faces by Joseph Campbell. This book is so powerful that you can also read this book to yourself, meditating about a loved one that just recently passed. And if you believe that they could be stuck in some form of a way, you can assist them on not being stuck. Hero with a Thousand Faces by Joseph Campbell is also have a template of passages to read through people if they're on a deathbed, if they're dead, if they already dead and been buried. You get what I'm saying? If they're alive, if you by yourself, you want to go through another form of protection of consciousness, that's a good book too. Hero with a Thousand Faces. I know the title don't sound like that, but that's the powerful shit. And then you got another book that I also referenced that you can utilize through anybody that want to go against you and say that you lying on documenting anything dealing with what United States of America is giving you or what they ever taught you that will throw you out of being royalty and will have a foreign body being better than you to prove that that shit is a lie and also an inferior move. You will want to get this book called Dirt, which was out of print, I want to say, in 1940s. You feel me? And I believe Brother Panic said, due to his work, that it came back in the print, if I'm not mistaken. But the book Dirt give you documentation of whoever they say that was white, that was ruling, that was better than you, is documentation of their ancestors wasn't shit and got taught by us to wash their ass, stop having animals in their home and land with animals in their home and having animals sit at the dinner table with. So Queen Elizabeth ancestors was living. They used to dig a hole. This is what the book Dirt would tell you. And they would shit, right? On top of what they living in to keep warm. This the kings and queens of Europe that motherfuckers is worshiping and living in now, modeling they shit is, and after now and saying they smarter than your ass. All the way up until them getting uplifted and rise and taught by the Moors of Spain, bro. Or my queen. Hotel. Because a conscious nigga can get some fucking pussy easy too nowadays. Yes, my queen, God is all this fucking shit. And the conscious bitch can get some dick easy and control some shit these days. Got you feeling like this bitch is something she ain't shit. regurgitate some shit that she hearing you saying what you ain't saying. She know how to manipulate you, but don't know how to keep two hots in a cot, 2 meals in a cot. Yeah, that's 2 hots in a cot. Crazy shit. But in these times, your ass need to most definitely be time traveling. Or, listen, you can't time travel. You don't know that you a time traveler. You should be able to pick up on that. Damn, I've been here before, or whatever. I did this before. Damn. I don't gotta think that hard like that. White man, white woman. I know this shit already. 9 out of 10 of the shit that happened to you, and we so fucked up, we gotta say the bad shit. You know what I mean? That's how dumb niggas is. You ain't dumb for real, but I gotta give you some shit because I love you. Only thing you remember is so-called traumatic fucking events. Like that shit means something. What happened in 2020? My brother died. That's when the spirit stopped fucking with you because you still tripping off of humanity. You heard what? Fuck you and your family, bitch! It's the only way you gonna get through this shit. You feeling myself a little. I felt like Denzel right there. I felt like I was gonna get some type of Oscar right there. Okay, so I'm gonna backtrack and then I'm gonna close this out. Cause if I can keep going, I got so much shit. I can keep going. I almost cut it off right now because a nigga hungry. Eyes are hungry. Eyes are hungry. Niggas mad as hell right now. And all you gotta do is go in within your motherfucking self. Niggas losing their mind because it ain't no more page after the last page in the Holy Quran. You thought some shit was real and now you still here. You thought Revelations was real, but it ain't no more page to keep going on. You fucked up, ain't you? I'm hungry than hell. I might go eat something. My big bro fucking with me. He know what the fuck. This 200,000 tribes that had came through, right? So these motherfuckers came through and was talking this love shit, man. I'm telling you. And I had I'm telling you. Like right now, my family going through some shit right now. So I wouldn't go, but I'll go ahead and carry this shit on. Hell no, this nigga ain't shit. So my brother died this time 2 years ago. This time 2 years ago would be my brother's birthday. February the 19th. The anniversary of his death would be February the 20th. So my granddad passed on the 15th. So us handling everything, all the first generation of kids besides me, besides the boys, only boy is my uncle Mark, which is my grandfather that just passed son. So he's the only person that's involved with the other females' birthdays, right? So these female birthdays are these female kids' birthdays that's no longer living or died on the night of their birthday. Their father died through the same time. It's a sign that's there. It's a lesson that's there that's supposed to been taught and supposed to be recognized. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna speak on that mythology, which what you will call mythology, on another lecture, because that don't have nothing to do with time travel and don't have nothing to do with in these times. The reason why I'm speaking on that because I'm using that as reference of the mythology that I'm laying down so it can be magical. You get what I'm saying? The magical reference, I'm gonna wait until another lecture or another conversation we have where I can express that. You get what I'm saying? Other than that, I know for a fact I might go another 3 hours if I go that, because I'm on 2.5 right now and it feel like I just started. You get what I'm saying? But that's what you'll call the spiritual shit or the spiritual aspect of something. And this is how you will be able to recognize what's real and what's fake. Because you will probably don't want to listen to the shit, whatever, but you will listen to it and the energy alone will allow it to happen. But you ain't got time to sit down. You don't feel like doing the shit. Oh, that's what you'll call the spiritual aspect of the shit. That's how you can recognize what's happening. You get what I'm saying? Shit, cause shit ain't peachy creamy. So to dumb this shit down, if a motherfucker can talk this shit and tell you that this shit ain't good, but it is good, that's the one. You get what I'm saying? That sound crazy on it. That's the motherfucking one. I'm trying to give you these 200,000 tribes, right? Because they came with this fucking energy on wanting me to show love and all this shit, and I didn't want to do this shit. And it took me about 2 weeks to bow the fuck down and to understand why. And the reason why I understood why is because the spirit told me is they showed me the 70,000 tribes out of the 200,000 tribes that was coming back. And that 200,000 tribes that's coming back, they saying this shit is COVID-19 or the Omicron. They naming these as variants or a virus, which this is ancestral residue that's coming back from a star system that busted, that is also documented spiritually through a lot of cracker dumbass movies. Either these motherfuckers is on point or the spirit is speaking through these motherfuckers. And if these people is so on point, then they don't need you here to exist. Talking about somebody watching you, somebody listening, and your ass ain't shit. And ain't nothing happening your ass yet. Or a nigga get killed and it's a conspiracy theory. You feel me? When a nigga get abducted from aliens and he try to go live and prove that he ain't lying and that shit cut off and he disappeared, I'm believing that shit then. Because everything else you live in, you have to have evidence or you a liar. Because motherfuckers, like I said, I could be on here for hours and people will still not believe in shit. Thinking I'm doing this shit because I feel myself. You motherfuckers is crazy. So these ancestors was telling me that what they was giving me was a message of what is to come. And they was also giving me a prophecy of what is to come, and also a prophecy that was always prophesied of the time and space that we living in, which is also getting manipulated so we couldn't see what is really going on. Because if you see what is really going on, you'll know what to really do. So that is the reason why motherfuckers would be like, so why are they doing all this then? If that is true, then why are they doing it? That's why they doing it. So you won't wake up. Because as soon as you wake up, it's over for them. You hear me? Soon as you wake up, It's over for them. Soon as you catch on, it's over for them. And let me tell you the truth. Niggas so scared on waking up because niggas think that this shit is gonna be over with. When you wake up, this shit's still gonna be this drawing board still gonna be here. Your family gonna still be here, bitch. But the thing is, do you want to have tools and the power and a sense to have an understanding, or do you want to be like the movie The Matrix? I know it's not real, but I just want to think it's real type shit. So you willing to kill whoever, connive and lie just to be you. When you not even knowing you can be you on the outskirts. You can hurry up and be you. Now, right now. Stop the bullshit. What you want to be a rap, you want to be all this, you think you something, you got a nickname for yourself, or you feel like you kill that shit right now. Now what you have. You feel me? Fuck your family. Now what you have. Listen to what I'm saying. Erase everything you think you knew. Because we don't got time to read. That's why I give you titles. That's why I tell you to go on Google while I'm talking. So you know I'm not lying. Now you ain't got time. Now you ain't got to do the extra shit. You know I'm not lying. Now what are you supposed to do? I don't have no notes for that. That's when your shit come in to play. That's when you supposed to take it on after. You feel me? That's when you supposed to keep going, not me. I don't feel like I'm giving you nothing. I know I'm giving you the shit, the work. I'm not supposed to do nothing else. You understand? I'm not supposed to do nothing else. In this time and space that your ass is in, either get with it or quit it, goddamn me. This shit that you living in right here, right now, this is why a lot of people got murdered, rather they was rich or poor during these times, portraying something that they are not, acting like something they are not, the alter ego. When you go to science fiction, do you know the new Superman came out? He killed his shit. He know he ain't Osiris now. Now he's fucking Lex Luger, fucking son, grandson. Superman and Lex Luger is in a fucking gay relationship. That's the new Superman comic shit. The world is crazy. It's fucked up. So all you little motherfucking niggas wanting to be Superman, your hero is a fucking faggot, bitch. The real life Superman comic strip, the last series that recently came out, this nigga came out and fucking Lex Luger fucking son or some shit. Ain't that some shit? That's how fucked up this shit is. And motherfuckers ain't gonna believe me or none of this shit and then want to have a conversation with me later. King Lonnie, man, man, I know you ain't taste some Oreo cookie Oreos. Oreo cookie Oreos. We crazy as hell, man. Motherfuckers is crazy as hell. You dealing with psyche, social, functioning, social psychopaths. That's what America is. A bunch of crazy motherfuckers. All right, I'm probably finna get my ass to eating and leaving you motherfuckers alone in a minute. So I hope that the message and I hope that the notes is also okay. So I also covered the ratification. And I did majority of that work on the In These Times lecture where I talked about the ratification. I didn't know or wasn't even thinking about pandemic. So I would have said my ego, you heard my ego. I would have said pandemic, goddamn me. But before this shit happened, you got something called the ratification, which is the continents, the 7 continents, the 7 leading continents that you know, whatever. That's leading the world in currency and everything. You get what I'm saying? There's only 4 currencies that's running these 7 continents. So, them continents had to go through something 2 years ago called the ratification. Whatever a ratification is lasts for 7 years, right? The ratification to your average civilian or citizen is basically to help you understand this shit is like a tax for the 7 continents. And what they supposed to report is how they are dispersing tax for the continents and how they are treating humanity. It's not an accident that they showed niggas on the news acting a complete ass and getting killed by the police so they can show the world that these niggas is still stupid and crazy, but we got a knee on their neck. Whatever they do when they do the news or any type of information that they're talking about America is to show America allies, including the so-called American citizens, American outlaws, or the people that's rebelling in America, is that they got this shit under control. You feel me? That's the sickest game. The next shit, don't be surprised if it be a Omega variant, because you got Osiris, Isis, and Seth. Seth variant, Isis variant, Osiris variant. They got a Isis terrorist group. So that overrules that shit being called a variant. They got Sirius Radio. So Osiris variant is ruled out. Omicron, COVID, Omega. That's the shit that is it's not hard to see around the motherfucking corner. All right. Okay. So all the links and everything will also be into the description. And I'm gonna also give you another person link. Rather, if I don't do it up under this one, I'm gonna also try to give you another person link to where you can get crystals and copper jewelry that's already made and where it can adapt to what your needs. You get what I'm saying? You want to push back thoughts, negative thoughts, or whatever. I have a jewelry designer to match your needs, dealing with the crystals and the copper too as well, okay? And shout out to Safu Allah himself. You get what I'm saying? So I'm about to end this right now. I'm gonna leave the links in the descriptions. In the description. I'm gonna also carry on the other channels I got or notes I talked. I just wanted to cover in these times and in these space. Real quick. Let's see. I wanted to give you the notes. That's what I was saying. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. Okay, what is this? Dang, how you got it on cassette? That's crazy. Okay. All right, y'all. All right. So we gonna I'm gonna catch up with you real fast and get back up with you probably later on tomorrow. I'm not gonna miss a day or skip a day from the other notes to where I can um have you overstanding and expound, or where I can expound on the mythology of the reference notes that I use to give you this lecture as well. What I tried my best to and give you so you won't get confused is this time and space, and this is really for the advanced, but I tried to leave a little room for the people who also finding themselves as well. You get what I'm saying? So for the advance, you most definitely should be uh right on the same steps as me. Right there, right one and one with me, and right under able to understand, able to take these notes and go off. Go do your own research or whatever. Even if you don't understand or heard some shit before or kind of understand it, you should be able to jot this down and go or carry this out forward. You get what I'm saying? So time and space, time travel is the title of this, and I ended the In These Times lecture series in the beginning part of it with the notes and everything, and I use it as reference so you can go back and also listen to the blog talk radio things. And peace and love, everybody. If you have to check this out and look at the notes, please do, because I know I covered the ratification, the numerology behind 24, 2, and 8, Kobe and Gigi, and I will expound on this on later times, these different notes. But the next lecture that I'll be covering will be the references of the ratifications and the mythology. After that, I don't know when right now, but I'm going to try to also cover the numerology part of the spiritual aspect things, especially the variants that we going through and certain deaths. One particularly is the numerology I did on the numbers 24, 2, and 8. The numerology I did on Kobe and Gigi, and what I had got along about 4 or 3.5 years ago. That was before this COVID or thing going on, and what I got was COVID-19. So if anybody know numerology, Do the numerology on 24, 2, and 8. And then do the numerology on Kobe and Gigi and see what you get. And that will give you the evidence right there. You get what I'm saying? So, and the next lecture will be, I guess, standing on the references. You get what I'm saying? So, why I'm saying this or all this right now is to prove to you, and this should be notes and references to prove to you that you are living in a manipulated time and space. And the time you take control of that, you'll realize that you are the time traveler and you are the master manipulator of time and space. And when you do that, time and space won't exist no more. All right? So peace and love. And you can get this right now on Financial Fanatic Consortium. And this will be uploaded on Occult Fanatics or Fanatic Occult. I forgot. Occult Fanatics. Something like that. Fanatic Occult, whatever. But you will also have links in the description and also name of books as well. And names are Gmails. So you can Gmail to get a list of the classes and fees, as well magnets, crystals, magnet and crystal jewelries. So peace and love, everybody. All right. Ashe to the ancestors known and unknown. Ashe to the gods and goddesses known and unknown. Known and unknown. Love you. Love y'all. Peace.